for a second, hè?
Come on, hit it.
Loopt net.
Ja, wist, dat komt op mijn taak.
Oh, dat
Ja,
zien we
grauwe
in
kat.
kaart. Sorry. Ja. Oh, wacht even, ik moet... Sorry.
Ja.
Heeft hem?
Ja, ik heb het. Ja.
Nou, hier ben een boom.
Aha.
Daar ben een huid zien, de beunhaar zit huid.
Juist. Aha. En een paar Shetland ponies.
Ja.
Aha. So this is the area where Park and Pepper lived when they just got married.
Ja.
Here is where Uncle Wap, Tante Minke, Tante Hilla born.
Ja, dat was hè.
And that is the house. That's the house where they were living. Probably has been rebuilt and redone 3, 4, 5 times, but that's the place. And that, Uncle Wap tells me, is the carpentry. It's the workshop where Parker worked in, together with Uncle Dirk. The area where from 1927 to something in the 1930s he lived and worked. This is how Parker and Beppe lived. Zo. En dat wie dan een koolmelkerij, you know?
Ja. En café en een kruidenierswinkel.
Oh, that used to be the little grocery store, an inn, and then of course they kept cows. Witteveen used to live there, and that is the woman that I remember. So I must have stood here someplace where the old rails for the tram came by, and where I stood there and that I said, I don't care if the tram is coming. So. Uh-huh.
En dan zie je dat hoer van Witteveen, dat zie je wat in de bedelten zit.
Ja.
En het boer werd nooit, het hing het er nog net meer onder het witte pjeltje. Daar hong het boer dan onder de grauwe kat.
Aha.
Dat zie je die kat opverven.
Ja, ja. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Here was the little bridge where the tram went over. The end of it you can still see.
En daar wordt nog wat vreemd leven van deze boom.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. De grauwe kat. The grey kitten. Ja, ja.
Ja, de routindeling, dat kan wel eens even wat doorgeven. De routindeling van de hoe we naar eigen zien doen. Maar de gegeven, je hebt hier nog wat huisje verzeld.
Juist, ja.
Dat hart kan wel naar je optrokken.
Ja. Ja, en nou die score die ten eerste hier, dat we doen.
Dat weer een dubbel hoes.
Oh.
Die rond ertussen, dat weer rond ertussen. Hè. Ze hebben er nog niet een hoes van maken.
Ja.
Kun je dat herinneren?
Wat hè?
Dat je woonde?
Ja, zeker. Dat weer tussen niet waar, weer die rond, een steeg. En daar werden vooringen. Dat zit alweer. Dat typen. Vogeltje. En achter werden een huishouding. Die jongen, dat wie mijn kameraad, die heeft lekker een chins nog werd getroffen.
Zo.
Die de riep verhuizen doen. Lotsen. Achternaam weet ik wat niet meer.
This with Marston. And this was the house that your grandfather and his brother, so my father and my uncle, Uncle Dirk, built for their mother, Peppa Minke. And that little stone there, and I'll go a little bit closer to it, that little stone is put in there as a first stone. I'll go close to it, and I'll take it completely. This is in Witmarsum. I hope you can see it. There's Agnes Agnes, wat moet erbij staan, Wokke? Nee, 1918. 1916. 1916, wat is het? Agnes, oh ja, natuurlijk, Agnes Wopkes. Agnes Wopkes Iedema.
Oh, dat is nou 18 of 19 is, ik weet het niet. 1918 dacht ik.
Ja, dat dacht ik. 1918 komt er bij mij ik vooruit. 1918. So, that was then Parker's sister, Tante Anne. And the house was built for Tante Anne and her mother, Beppe Minke. Another look at it. And another look at it. And a look down the street.
Hier bij de steentjes zitten, dat weer timmerwinkeltje, hoor.
So at the end there, that was Parker's workshop. That was the house where I was born in. That's where they lived. Toch net het voorste stukje, Wopke? Nee. Juist.
Die vroeger die timmerzaak.
En
hier is die een soort jelboerderij, de reguliere ziende maar doen.
So this is my birthplace. Now that is the Reformed Church, the Dutch Reformed Church in Witmarsum, with the churchyard around it. Now in that churchyard, my grandparents, or your great-grandparents, were buried. But Uncle Wop tells me that neither stones from neither the Ierdemas or the Huismans are still there. But that's the churchyard they were originally buried in. Look at the nice round dome and the slender church, the Dutch Reformed Church in Witmarsum. That used to be the Christian Reformed Church. You can see it on the windows on the side yet. Hier was ook de paardentrand, dat be Harkesiel. Not anymore the way it used to be, but here is where Mem Beppe told us about the tram pulled by horses from here to Maakum. Harkesiel. Yeah. So, boat traffic on there. What canal is dit, Onkel Wop? What kanaal is dit?
Stadsgracht.
De Stadsgracht, oh.
En verbinding Leeuwarden-Dokkum.
Connecting Leeuwarden with Dokkum. En Trouwpoortbrug. Oh, ik kom er weer naar beneden. But look at the advertisement on the bottom of the bridge.
Ja.
Hey?
Ja.
Oh.
And in the summertime, oh, jongen. We had 25 cars waiting for the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, all the traffic going over the bridge. And the square on which the oude house is situated, the Kleine Kerkstraat, where another couple of doors further on Uncle Wop's house is. And that is Maakum, the Kerkenburen. That's the street. We will walk off towards the church. Now, and that is the view now of our house. The one that Parker bought in 47, 48, and we moved there soon after. It's changed quite a bit. Yeah, this is the path that Parker made. In my earliest days, this was just simply Sintel.
En dit is van binnen helemaal verloren. Ik denk dat het niet best.
Ja, dat hij heeft toen verteld. Hij heeft een mooi tuintje van maken. Ah. Mooi tuintje ervan maken, maar verder.
Nee, aan deze kant is het schudden.
That is, goeiedag. That is still the old front door. Many a times I entered and left through that door. Hi, ik ken je wennen vroeger.
Ga je wennen?
Ja man. Dat oud hok, oh no, het is net hetzelfde hok meer. Het is kutwol.
Nee, hak heb ik nooit toen.
Nee, dat is kutwol, maar
Had hier de wal, had hier daar een hokje.
ja wist, dat is die een hok. En dat huisje had hij nou mooi met mijn broer metselen.
Dit heb ik, dat het...
Those little windows were part of my bedroom.
Oh, jullie maken.
Ja,
Ja.
en toen is die een
Ja?
The path towards what we called the low, the valley, the depth. This is part, and look at that wooden structure up there. I built that. I made that. And look at it, how out of line it sits there. It's not nice. It doesn't look good. But that's what under the, that's what Parker told me to build.
Ja, dat trekt dus even.
Hey?
Trekt dus zo even.
Yay?
Kans dat hekje toen dubbel is aan het paal weer.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and not just that, Nelly, but that tree, this big tree, is what I've seen grow from a seedling. That's the one that we left there especially. That little structure in the back there, Parker built that. There it is, from this side. Looking from high up. Yeah, man. Now, and that is one of the sidewalk stones made especially so somebody can put the bike in there. Now, that was the post office. It still is the post office. This the town square. Shoe store. It has been a shoe store for I don't know how long. And that's the bench where the old people sat and told their stories. En de Waag. De markt. Walter Altena's place.
Ja, dus daar.
Well, the bazaar, that is the, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, de zevende. De zevende winkelpand, Nelly. Middenstraat 2 en Middenstraat 2A. And 2A, the one door that is almost hidden by the big truck, that was where we lived. There, the two windows in the back there were our bedrooms. Ja, dat is ook zo, dat weet ik niet, want oude foto's. Now this was what we looked down at, and the 15th of April 1945, that sidewalk here was covered with the belongings of German soldiers who for the last 3 days... Hey? Ja, dat heb ik al verteld. Ja, it's caused by the... Ja. And that's the church that Parker worked on. There's the steeple. And as you can see, when we walked out of the house at the first sound of the 8 o'clock bell, before the last bell of 8 was done, we were in church. The sacristy. Now we're going to have a look and see if we can go inside. Uh-huh. Yeah, Tante Gray used to work in that store. Now it's a bookstore, but look at the front of it. Nice little front. That blind wall there, the gray blind wall, that used to have the 2 windows for the bakery in it. This is the place where I spent a lot of my youth. That's the storefront. Now, of course, something entirely different is in there.